Okay, welcome back to the Kilburn home again. And I'm holding in my hand a copy of a Martin D45 that was built by Mr. Bill Kilburn. I'm going to get hopefully get a better shot of this. As you can see the name there. Um, Dad made this back in the 90s. It's got the gold keys. It's got the abalone pearl. Has the tree of life down the neck. And I'm just going to show you some features of this while we're listening to Caney Creek. I think that's the name of Going Up Caney off of Uncle Pen's album. A little bit of Brazilian rosewood here on the back with some nice inlay, herringbone inlay, big style herringbone. You can see there. Beautiful wood. Abalone pearl around the tops, sides. Sound hole, abalone pearl. Nothing better than listening to a little bit of Caney Creek, drinking a good cup of coffee, Maxwell House or Folgers, good to the last drop, whichever one. That lonesome high sound of Mr. Bill Road. Pretty good banjo picking there too. I like to play the guitar because it covers up your big belly. That's another good reason to play a guitar. If you got a big belly, learn how to play a guitar. That way nobody can see it. Woo! That'll make you dance a little bit. Love that good twin fiddle player. Nothing like it. Makes me want to put my cowboy hat on if I can find it. All right. Tell you a little bit here about how, they made instruments out of about whatever they could get their hands on in the Appalachian Mountains. But that's why you see the wash tub basses and stuff that's made out of gourds, and they made mandolins and banjos out of gourds and any pieces of metal they could find. Animal hide skin tops for their banjos. Just about anything they could put together to form some kind of music, some kind of drum, some kind of sound. Washboard. Played the old washboard. I've got some washboards I'll show you here a little bit later on that they probably played on. They made instruments out of whatever they could find, whatever's available. Back in the Depression when things were really rough and people just barely had food to eat and had to scrounge for everything they could get a hold of, they would come together in the evenings and pray and read their Bibles, and the kids were often read to around the old fireplace hearth, and talk about the Lord and pray and give thanks for what they did have to eat. And then they would sing some old gospel songs and share some fiddle tunes if they played the fiddle, and they'd dance and rejoice. And of course, a lot of this comes from the Irish folks. The Irish folks brought their music over, and their potatoes. Thank God they brought potatoes to America because it's a cheap way to eat. Good mashed taters, good fried taters. You can store them for a long time, and they stored them in cellars, root cellars, wherever they could, and even left them in the hill through the winter. Put some straw over them and go out and get them a few out of the snow. Isn't it funny how it's always springtime in Kentucky? And here I am in Ohio, and it's wintertime here, and I got snow, but it's springtime in Kentucky right now. It just don't make a lot of sense. It just tells me, I guess, things are a lot springier in Kentucky than they are in Ohio. But, yeah, thank God. Well, there's my phone ringing. Lord have mercy, children. I can't even make a video without the phone ringing. I'll have to be right back. Now listen to a little bit more Bill Monroe. I'll be right back. Hello. Yeah, I'm on the phone right now. I'm trying to make a video. Yeah. I've got the Bill Monroe album going, and I'm showing them Dad's guitar. I'll have to call you back here in a little bit, June Bob. Okay, June Bob? We'll talk to you soon now. Bye-bye now. Well, I told old June Bob not to call me while I'm making videos, but he said he didn't know I was making a video right now, so I guess I can excuse him this time. But what was I talking about? Oh, thank God for Irish potatoes, but they brought more than potatoes, the Irish folks. They brought a way of dancing, and it turned into clogging and square dancing and all the stuff that we've got now. And they claim that they had a ban on dancing in Ireland. And so in order for people, when they walked by their window, so they wouldn't see them dancing, they would move their feet a lot and keep their upper body still while their feet was moving. So that's how the river dance came into being, and all the Appalachian clogging and stuff that we know about. But I'm going to talk in the next video a little bit about a man that come from the Appalachian Mountains to South Lebanon, Ohio, and basically started the whole town and built houses and affordable houses for people to live in, and was a very sharp businessman. He had called himself a hillbilly, but he was a smart one. And I think if you live in the Appalachian Mountains, you got to be smart if you're going to live and grew up the way some of those folks did. They were the smartest people on earth. There's no way they could have survived unless they had a lot of ingenuity and a lot of determination and perseverance, because what they had to go through and endure and the hardships that they faced, without their music, without their God, and without their culture, and without God giving them talents and vision and dreams and helping them to get through, they would have perished. But a lot of them came up here to Ohio and become successful and got jobs, but they had it rough and lived on a lot of potatoes and soup, beans, and cornbread. And Lord, I had my share of that growing up too. So, but it's good eating, good stuff, children. All right, we're going to see you now next time. Make sure you come back and visit with us. Now we'll be back here shortly with part 4 of this thing. We'll just keep this thing going. How's that? Be blessed today.